relative coordinate system. In relative coordinate system, your origin is always going to start from 0, 0, which is the origin. But as we move from the origin to the next point, your coordinate is going to change. The coordinate is going to be relative to the previous point. It's going to be relative to the previous coordinate. What do you mean by this? Take a look at this rectangle here. As you can see, the origin is 0, 0. Now, as we move from this origin to the next point, the next coordinate is 10, 0. Why is it 10, 0? That is s in s. As we move from left to right, s is 10, y is 0. Because if you take a look at this, we are moving to the right and we are moving in the s direction. So s is 10, but we are not moving to the y direction. That is why y is 0. Now, take a look at this from this point to the next point. As we move from this point to the next point, the coordinate change from 10, 0 to 0, 10. Now, because we are moving to the y direction, that is the positive y direction, and not in the s direction, s is going to be 0, y is going to be 10, and this is positive. That is why y is 10. So for relative coordinate system, this depends on the previous point. So it is relative to the previous point, unlike absolute coordinate system. Absolute coordinate system, it always depend on the origin, but for relative coordinate system, the point depend on the previous point. That is, it is relative to the previous point. Now take a look at this 0, 10. Now as we move to the next coordinate, it changes to negative 10 and 0. Why is it negative 10 and 0? Because we are moving to the negative s coordinate. So s is going to be negative 10, but we are not moving to the y coordinate. That is why y is 0. Then as we move from this point back to the origin, it is no longer going to be 0, 0. It is going to be 0, negative 10. Why is it so? Because we are moving to the negative y direction, and the negative y direction, what is the distance? It is 10. So because it is we are moving in the negative y direction, it is going to be negative 10. But we are not moving in the s direction. That is why the s coordinate here is 0. So this is the difference between the relative coordinate system and the absolute coordinate system. So let's see how we can use relative coordinate system to draw this rectangle. And this is what you need to know. For the relative coordinate system, instead of us typing arch like we did in absolute coordinate system, it is going to be arcs. So let's see how we can do this. Go to the line option, click on line, double click on this. So what you want to do, you want to specify the first point, which is 0, 0, then enter. So we have the origin. Now for the second point, which is 10, 0, you want to first of all type arts because this is relative coordinate system. After typing arts, then you type 0, 10, enter. Okay, then for the fourth coordinate system, this is going to be negative 10, 0. So first of all, you need to arts, then after typing arts, you type 0, then negative 10. This is going to stop at the origin. So as you can see, this closes the rectangle. Then you press escape. So this is how to use the relative coordinate system to draw a rectangle.